Hi everyone, this is Anne. This video is going to be on one of my very favorite anti-aging topics, which is microneedling. And microneedling is also known as collagen induction therapy, dermarolling, and dermastamping. And out of all the questions that I get on my channel, this is the topic that I receive my most questions on. So I thought I would just do an updated video and share with you my current routine because it has changed and evolved over the last decade from things that I've learned and figuring out what works best. So I thought I would go ahead and share that with you. I honestly believe that the dermaroller and dermastamp are the best at-home anti-aging devices that you can use. And at 50, I don't have Botox fillers or any facial surgery. I'm just trying to age as well as I can by using at-home treatments and topical products. And I really believe that by dermarolling and dermastamping my skin, it has greatly improved my skin over time because it's not an instant fix. It does take about 3 to 6 months to build collagen and see the benefits of collagen within your skin with a consistent dermarolling or dermastamping routine. So I tend to use the dermaroller or dermastamp a little bit differently than a lot of people do. Most people tend to dermaroll their entire face, and I don't do that. I like to just dermaroll or dermastamp directly into lines and wrinkles that I have, because when I think of a line or a wrinkle, it's like a little depression within the skin. So what I want to do is build the collagen within that depressed area to raise it up so that it's more even with the rest of my skin and thereby making the wrinkle or line less noticeable. My two favorite devices to get directly into lines and wrinkles are the Dermis Stamp and the 3-line narrow dermaroller, and both of these are 0.5 millimeters, which is long enough to stimulate new collagen growth within the skin. And I did a video on the Dermis Stamp, which I'll go ahead and link beneath this video in case you're curious to see how I use the Dermis Stamp. And I've never shown the 3-line dermaroller before. This has real titanium individual needles that are medical grade. And I love this little roller so much that I went ahead and bought several of them and am selling them. So I'll go ahead and put the link to the 3-line dermaroller beneath this video as well. And I just love this little dermaroller because it's perfect to get right into lines and wrinkles to build that collagen within them. I tend to use my 0.5 millimeter dermaroller or dermastamp once every week or once every 2 weeks. And then on my lips, I use the smaller 0.25 millimeter dermaroller. And this is also great around the eye area because the lips and the eyes tend to have thinner skin. So you don't need the longer needle length of 0.5. And I also love this dermaroller so much. It's my very favorite that I've ever used. So I went ahead and purchased several of those. And I'm just kind of trying these out to see if anybody's interested in buying them. So I only have less than 50 of each. And I'll put the links beneath this video. If they sell well and there's an interest in me selling these, I'll go ahead and expand my selling to international. Right now I have it just within the United States to kind of test it out to see if you guys are even interested in purchasing what I consider are my very favorites and the best dermarollers on the market. And both of these are individual medical grade titanium needles. And again, I replace mine every 6 months. Some people like to replace them more often or less often. You always want to sanitize your dermarollers or dermastamp after every use. And I do that by just really drenching them with a spray bottle full of rubbing alcohol. And then you want to let them thoroughly dry before you put them in their case and store them. A few basics about microneedling is you never want to share your device because it does penetrate the skin, so never share your device with anyone else. Only dermaroll or dermastamp on clean skin, so be sure to remove your makeup. Some people also like to do an alcohol wipe over their skin to disinfect their skin before they use their device. And I find that microneedling at nighttime is best because it tends to make my skin a little bit red, almost like a sunburn. And for about an hour after microneedling, products are going to absorb deeper into the skin and thereby work better. So I just find that nighttime is the best time for me to microneedle and then apply the products I want. And by morning, my skin, all the redness is gone from my skin and the products are absorbed. And then you also want to disinfect your device after every use. And I just have a spray bottle full of rubbing alcohol and I really douse the needles and then have the lid off of the case and just let them dry thoroughly before I put the lid on and store them. Another question that I get asked often is what products I like to apply after microneedling in order to stimulate collagen and maximize my benefits of dermarolling. And dermarolling itself does stimulate new collagen, but I find that just applying products that also help to stimulate new collagen growth is beneficial because for that hour after dermarolling or dermastamping, products do absorb deeper and work better. So I like to use either a growth factor or a peptide product or even a vitamin A derived product. And I'll just show you some of my favorites, and I have some that are medical grade and then some that are drugstore. And I'll just show you some of my favorites, and I don't use all of these after I microneedle. I will just pick kind of one of each, one peptide, one growth factor, and one vitamin A derived product. Also, some vitamin C products are great to use too, but you want to make sure that they're not a product that's going to sting your skin, because after microneedling, if you put something on that stings, it's really going to sting. So I would avoid products that sting your skin. For growth factors, I have two that are my favorites. One is a medical grade by Skin Medica, and this is the TNS Essential Serum. This has growth factors and peptides in it. And then the other one is by Peter Thomas Roth, and this also has growth factors. I believe this also has peptides, and I think this has some vitamin A in it as well. And I love both of these. They're very gentle on the skin and they help to stimulate new collagen. I have one favorite peptide product that this has been a favorite of mine for many years. It's by Derma, and this is their Deep Wrinkle Peptide Serum. This is more of a lotion. They also have a cream form, which is a moisturizer. I really like that one as well. And this has peptides in it to help build collagen. Another great way to stimulate new collagen growth within the skin is using a vitamin A derived product. But you want to be careful on what you use after dermarolling because some vitamin A derived products can irritate the skin. So you want to use something that's very gentle on the skin. And I have 4 different examples of products that I think are very gentle and work well after dermarolling that are all vitamin A derived products. And starting out with the medical grade one, this is the Truth Treatments 5% retinol gel. And then I have one that's from the drugstore. It's My Shell, and this is the retinaldehyde. And retinaldehyde just takes one conversion step to turn it into retinoic acid, which is what Retin-A is. And then I also really like the Ordinary Retinoid Emulsion. This is a very gentle product and can be turned into retinoic acid as well. And then I also love Kakai Naturals, and this has 3 times the retinol of rosehip oil and is very gentle on the skin. So those are my picks for applying a vitamin A derived product after dermarolling, and I don't use all of them, but I do have them, so I just kind of rotate them as to what I use each week after I use my 0.5 millimeter dermaroller. For vitamin C, because a lot of vitamin C products can sting the skin, I like to use ones that have THD ascorbate in them because that's a very gentle ingredient on the skin. It's great for lightening up hyperpigmentation, melasma, and dark spots. And I have 2 that I really love that have THD ascorbate. One is by Peter Thomas Roth, and this is his Potent C. The other one is by The Ordinary, and this is the Vitamin C in Vitamin F. And both of these are very moisturizing and non-irritating. And for the lips, I like to apply a product that has peptides in it to help stimulate new collagen within my lips after I dermaroll my lips, which I do 2 to 3 times a week with the 0.25 millimeter dermaroller. And I have two products that I really love. Both of these have peptides in them. One is a drugstore product by Soap & Glory, and this is Pillow Plump in Clairvoyant. And the other one is by Skin, and this is 6 times Balm. Both of these are moisturizing on the lips. The Soap & Glory one does kind of have the hot tingle to it, whereas the Skin 6 times Balm does not. And these are great to apply after dermarolling your lips just to help stimulate new collagen growth. I normally dermaroll at nighttime after I've removed all of my makeup and washed my face, but because it is daytime and I need to run a few errands when I'm done filming this video, I just removed my makeup off of my lips and on the lined areas of my face that I'll be dermarolling so that I can do a demo for you and show you what I do. And on my lips, 2 to 3 times a week, I take my 0.25 millimeter dermaroller and I hold my lips tight against my teeth, and you want to roll in a crisscross pattern. So about 5 to 7 times vertical, horizontal, and then diagonal each way. And then I take my spray bottle and really douse my dermaroller with rubbing alcohol and place it in its case and let it dry. Next, I go ahead and apply a peptide product to my lips right after I dermaroll them. This will help to moisturize them and also help to build collagen within my lips so that my lips are fuller and plumper, because we do tend to lose collagen within our lips as well as we age. So it's kind of nice to build that natural collagen back up in our lips for fuller lips. So starting out with my neck, I just like to roll a couple times along the lines that I have in my neck. And you don't have to press hard with the 0.5. I just rest it on my skin and roll. And you will probably feel the little needles poking into your skin. If you want, you can always numb your skin first, and I'll go ahead and link my very favorite numbing cream beneath this video down in the description box. But I don't do too much on the front of my neck because you have your thyroid, so I just barely go over those with the dermaroller because I don't want to mess with my thyroid, but I do want to help build some collagen within those lines. And then I go around my mouth and I just hold my skin and run the dermaroller up and down in that line. And then I do my other side. And you can do this if you have lip lines above your lips. You can certainly roll right into those lines as well. You might get a little bit of pinpoint bleeding with the 0.5, especially on thinner skinned areas where you don't have much fat underneath, like your forehead. And that's okay, it's not going to hurt anything, and you won't end up with a bloody face or anything like that. So on my forehead, I have a couple deeper lines right in the center, and I just hold my forehead tight and then just roll directly into them. And this is a little bit more painful for me, so I do like to kind of numb my forehead area, which I did not do today because I'm running errands after this. So I'll just kind of lightly go ahead and roll to show you what I do. But I just go into these couple lines that I have on my forehead and roll directly into them. And then when I'm done with my 0.5, I just really douse the needles with rubbing alcohol and let it dry. As you can see, using a 0.5 millimeter dermaroller does make my skin slightly red, and that's why I like to roll at nighttime, because then I just apply my products and go to bed, and by morning all the redness is gone and my products are fully absorbed. Another great place that I like to use my 0.25 millimeter is around my eye area. And because I'm going out, I'm not going to go ahead and roll around my eyes, but when I do, I keep it right on the orbital bone around my eye area, upper and lower, and I don't go any closer to my actual eyeball with the roller than on my orbital bone. And then the other place I like to use my 0.25 is the backs of my hands. And again, I just use the same rolling pattern of vertical, horizontal, and then diagonal both ways. And I do that completely over the entire backs of my hands. And then I apply the same products to the backs of my hands and around my eye area that I apply to my face and neck. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you're new to my channel, please be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it.